my writing journey from mimicry to authenticity. I remember when I first started writing. I was young, I was eager, I wanted to sound like all the authors I admired. I mimicked their styles, their voices. It felt awkward, it lacked soul. I soon realized something important. I needed to find my own way. I had to discover my unique voice. It was a process of trial and error. Slowly but surely I found my rhythm. I discovered the power of honesty. I learned to write from the heart. It wasn't always easy, but it was always worth it. My voice became my greatest asset. It allowed me to connect with readers on a deeper level. The power of a unique voice. Why it matters. Why is having a unique voice so important in writing? Think of it like this. Your voice is your fingerprint. It's what sets you apart from everyone else. In a sea of voices, your unique perspective stands out. It draws readers in. It makes them want to listen. A strong voice builds trust and connection. Readers can tell when you're being authentic. They resonate with your vulnerability. They appreciate your honesty. Your voice is your superpower. It makes your writing memorable and impactful.
People often confuse voice with style. While related, they are distinct concepts. Your voice is your personality on the page. It's your unique perspective and way of seeing the world. Style, on the other hand, is more technical. It encompasses things like sentence structure, word choice, and tone. Think of it like this. Style is the outfit, and voice is the person wearing it. You can change your style depending on the occasion, but your voice should always remain true to who you are.
Finding your voice takes time and practice. It's like flexing a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Here are a few exercises to get you started. Free writing. Set a timer for 10 minutes and just write. Don't worry about grammar or punctuation. Just let your thoughts flow onto the page. Write about what you know. What are you passionate about? What experiences have shaped you? Writing about what you know will help your true voice shine through. Read widely. Pay attention to the voices of writers you admire. What is it about their writing that resonates with you?
Section 5. Crafting your sound. Experimenting with sentence structure and word choice. Once you start to get a feel for your voice, you can start to experiment with different techniques to refine it. Vary your sentence structure. Use a mix of short and long sentences to create rhythm and flow. Choose your words carefully. Use strong verbs and descriptive language to paint a picture in the reader's mind. Pay attention to your tone. Are you being conversational, formal, humorous? Your tone will help to shape your voice.
Section 6. Learning from the masters. Studying unique voices in action. One of the best ways to develop your own voice is to study the work of writers you admire. Pay attention to how they use language. How do they structure their sentences? What makes their voice so distinctive? Don't be afraid to experiment. Try imitating the style of different writers to see how it feels. You'll learn what works for you and what doesn't. Remember, you're not trying to copy anyone. You're simply trying to find your own unique way of expressing yourself.
Section 7. The balancing act, consistency and experimentation. Once you've found your voice, it's important to be consistent. Your readers should be able to recognize your voice from one piece of writing to the next. However, that doesn't mean you can't experiment. In fact, it's important to keep challenging yourself and trying new things. You can experiment with different genres, styles, and even voices. The key is to find a balance between consistency and experimentation.
Section 8. Embracing imperfection, letting your voice shine through. Remember, there is no such thing as a perfect voice. Every writer has their own quirks and imperfections, and that's okay. In fact, it's often the imperfections that make a voice so interesting and relatable. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Let your personality shine through in your writing. The most important thing is to write from the heart. Write what you're passionate about. Write what you believe in. Section 9. Conclusion. Unleash your voice and captivate the world. Finding your unique voice is an ongoing journey. It's a process of self-discovery and exploration. Don't be afraid to experiment, to make mistakes, and to keep learning. The more you write, the stronger your voice will become. And the more you share your voice with the world, the more you'll connect with others. So go forth and write your heart out.
All right, folks, get ready to dive deep into the fascinating world of writing. Today, we'll unravel how to transform those swirling thoughts in our heads into a distinct voice that stands out. Think of it like a chef crafting a signature dish. Initially, they may follow a recipe closely, but with time, they add a twist. Maybe a sprinkle of chili or something unexpected, and voila! Their voice becomes a blend of influences, making their work truly special.
That's such an interesting analogy. So, you're saying writers are like chefs who start with mimicry before they find their authenticity? Can you explain that a bit more? Like, I can totally envision a chef throwing everything into a pot. What if they end up making a huge mess, though?
Exactly. That imagery is so relatable. You've got all these ingredients mixing, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. But here's the crux. Every chef, just like every writer, begins by imitating others. You experiment with various flavors and styles to see what best complements your own taste. Understanding traditional methods is crucial before you can start breaking the rules. It's truly a journey from mimicry to authenticity. A beautiful experimentation.
Oh, that's super relatable. It reminds me of that time I tried to bake a cake and ended up with a pancake. Sigh. I just, didn't nail the ratios. So what are some techniques to figure out our voices? What's the very first step?
Great question. One pivotal step, this may sound simple, but bear with me, is recognizing why your voice matters. It's all about conveying your authentic perspective. Imagine being in a crowded room with everyone shouting their ideas. How do you make your voice rise above that noise? You have to create an emotional connection. I recommend writing exercises, like journaling your thoughts, or even doodling ideas. It helps untangle the nuances of your style.
Doodling? I love that idea. So it's like sketching your thoughts before painting the full picture. But what if, I don't even know what makes my thoughts unique. Do I just start writing and hope for something cool to come out?
Haha, yes. That's exactly it. Dive in without fear. Think of it like learning to swim. Sometimes, you need to jump in to discover what style resonates with you. Experiment with sentence structures and word choices. Play with language like a musician plays with notes. For instance, take a single idea and try explaining it in 5 different ways. You might just unlock something deep within you.
Wow, that sounds super exciting. Like mixing colors to see what pops. But, what if I hit a wall? You know, like in those video games when everything suddenly feels stagnant?
Ah, the infamous creative wall. Trust me, it happens to everyone. One fantastic way to break through is by studying unique voices in action. Read books, listen to podcasts, absorb how others express themselves. It's like nourishing your mind with diverse flavors, which will help you invent your own recipe. When you see what captivates you, it adds to your toolkit.
Ooh, I'm envisioning this buffet of ideas. But like, what do you do when you have too many ideas? How do you decide what to keep consistent and what to experiment with?
That's an astute point. Having too many ideas can feel overwhelming, like singing in a choir where everyone is out of sync. The key is finding balance between consistency and experimentation. Think of it like having a signature spice you always use in your writing, but being open to trying new spices when the moment arises.
Right. So it's like having my go-to dish, but occasionally adding a new ingredient to spice things up, like throwing some hot sauce into my mac and cheese. But how do I genuinely let my voice shine through?
Yes, that's the secret sauce. Allowing your voice to shine through requires courage. Don't shy away from vulnerability. Share your personal experiences and quirks. This is what truly captivates your audience. It's like wearing a quirky outfit to a party. At first, you might feel awkward, but then you realize it's your unique flair that turns heads.
Haha, I love that. So it's about being bold and, fearless in sharing who you are. How do we then unleash this voice and truly captivate the world?
Here's the punchline. Commit time for deliberate practice. Write every day, engage with your audience, and don't hesitate to share your drafts. It's like showing your dance moves before you hit the stage. You'll discover which elements resonate with your audience, and that's where your true voice can flourish.
Wow, that's incredibly inspiring. I feel like I could dive right into this. It's like an adventure just waiting to unfold. Thank you for all this insight. It's, like I'm finally ready to start my writing journey.